forget to register for my free webinar, Navigating Grief Through the Holidays. I'm hosting it at the end of this month. A lot of people start to get depressed around October, and it's not just about loved ones that have passed away. Some of you are grieving your timelines. Some of you are grieving past relationships, exes. Okay, so it's not just going to be about death. If you have not registered, make sure you register for that. Okay, so tonight, let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, you were never meant to heal pain that wasn't yours, but when you grew up in a family where pain is normal, you tend to start carrying emotions that never belong to you, and you call it love. This is what we're going to be talking about tonight. We're going to break the pattern, okay? Because your empathy should never cost your peace. I've helped so many women reclaim emotional freedom using this exact process, and every single one of them started right where you are, tired of carrying everyone else's emotions. So, I'm going to show you a three-part framework to help you return what's not yours and to stop emotional over identification. For those of you who are not familiar with that term, emotional over identification is when individuals excessively align their emotions and identity with others. So, this often leads to a loss of personal boundaries and perspective. Basically, you're so close to someone that your emotions start to become their emotions, and their emotions start to become your emotions. Now, you don't know how to differentiate between what's yours and what's theirs because you picked up what you were never supposed to be carrying. Okay, so if you're just joining, welcome in. My name is Renisha. I am an inner healing coach. I help high achieving women who look flawless on the outside but are quietly crumbling unlock their clarity, peace, and emotional freedom. Tonight, we're talking about how to stop inheriting pain that isn't yours and how to finally separate compassion from emotional bondage. Let me turn my microphone up just in case. All right, so this isn't going to be some kind of fluffy teaching. I'm going to explain what's actually happening in your nervous system and why emotional confusion isn't weakness, it's wiring. Uh-oh. Stay with me because I'm going to walk you through real steps to identify and release what was never yours. So I used to confuse love with responsibility. Every time someone that I cared about was in pain, I felt like it was my job to fix it. I was obligated. Okay? I thought it was compassion, but really it was control in disguise. Okay? So then I realized I wasn't healing with them, I was healing for them. And that is an emotional debt that you will never stop paying on. TikTok, as you come in, can you all tap the screen, please? YouTube, if you would hit the like button, I would appreciate it. So I see this in women of every background, executives, ministers, entrepreneurs, creatives. It's not about personality, it's about nervous system conditioning. When you grew up around constant stress, your body learns to find purpose in fixing other people's chaos. You don't just feel their pain, you store it. You put it right there, okay? Your empathy was never the problem. Your lack of boundaries was a side effect. You can be loving without losing yourself. And you can be empathetic without being entangled. All right. If that hit, comments, I've carried enough. Just drop it in the comments. I've carried enough. That's your declaration tonight. You're not releasing love. You're just releasing the load. Okay, and this is why I built the Clarity Reset to help women like us retrain our nervous system to stop confusing empathy with obligation. It's not about caring less, it's about coming clear. All right, quick reset for everyone who has joined. My name is Renisha. I'm an inner healing coach for high achieving women who look flawless on the outside, but they are quietly crumbling on the inside. I help them unlock their peace, clarity, and emotional freedom. Tonight, we're unpacking what happens when empathy turns into emotional inheritance. You don't have to carry pain that doesn't belong to you. I'm going to show you how to stop doing this before it costs you peace. And some of you, it's already cost you your peace. Okay, if this is resonating, tap the screen, hit the like button on YouTube so you can push this message out and help it find more women that need to hear this. So, when you're empathetic but you're untrained, your brain can't tell the difference between feeling with someone and feeling for them. So, empathy without boundaries, it becomes emotional assimilation. This is when your nervous system starts storing the pain as if it is yours. Okay? Mirror neurons, they fire during empathy. So, your brain mirrors the distress that you are observing. If you don't have boundaries, your body is physically going to encode this distress as yours. Y'all know I talk to y'all all the time. Get a boundary, set a boundary, stick to a boundary. Okay. So that's why chronic people that are chronic helpers, they often feel emotionally exhausted, but they can't explain why. This is it. This is why you wake up drained after you've helped all of these people because your body thinks that you went through trauma too. And then when we sit and we tell you all, stop carrying all these people, you need to release the weight. And y'all are like, okay, sure. But then you keep doing the same thing, expecting a different response. No, you're training your body. Your body thinks that you're actually going through this distress. Okay. So this is where the clarity reset begins. I help you identify which emotions actually belong to you and which ones you're carrying that were never meant for yours. It came from somewhere else. Your body has got to stop treating everybody else's crisis like it's your assignment. But you've trained it to do that. Okay? So I'm going to give you some signs that you can look for to let you know if you're carrying someone else's pain. Okay, it's going to let you know if you've taken on this borrowed pain. And I hope that you all are taking notes, especially for this part. All right, so if you constantly feel responsible for other people's emotions, that's one clear sign that you've taken on their pain. Number two, you feel guilty for resting because other people are suffering. Baby, what these other people got to do with you? If you're dealing with that, another sign that you've taken on borrowed pain. Sign number three, you replay people's problems long after they moved on. These people going about their business, they living their best life, and you're still replaying their problems in your head. You still sending text messages, you making phone calls, you sending prayers, you doing all of these things, and these people have moved on. That's another sign that you've taken on their pain. And then sign number four, you feel lighter when someone else finally takes accountability. Okay, so that's another clear sign. It's like in your mind, I guess you think, well, if I stop helping them, who are they going to have? So you have to see where someone else steps in before you can step out. That's not okay. All right, so this heaviness that you're feeling, This is not spiritual warfare, it's secondhand emotion. Some of you over spiritualize things. This is not spiritual warfare, it's secondhand emotion. Okay? If your peace is always conditional on someone else's happiness, you're living in their healing timeline, not your own. If that resonated with you, type "that's not mine" in the comments. Y'all are quiet tonight, but I know I got on way later than I was supposed to. It's all good. Let me give you this 3-step framework, okay? So this is how you're going to release it. Step 1, you're going to name the pain. So you're going to ask yourself, whose emotion is this